more traditional parts of Colonial Days is the Agricultural Fair. It's been a main attraction for many folks since the early 1900s, and I can see why. Check it out.
Colonial Days is fun. I really enjoy it, being on the committee and stuff, and you being immersed in the atmosphere. We spend more time here than we do at other fairs just because we're helping out and stuff, but it's great. Lots of good people, and it's a good time.
It's pretty smooth. We haven't had no wrecks, or everything's looking pretty good. Our numbers are about average to what we're getting every year. We've got one hook out of the States and one hook out of up in northern Alberta. So they're coming a long ways to participate in our show. They like our facilities, and the show is kind of a relaxing show coming out of Calgary. It's a little more forceful, but they come here to relax and have a good time.
A new spin on the fair this year had youngsters come out with their best in show as part of a 4-H component.
The atmosphere is really good. They're helping each other out, getting into the classes, and it's just really nice and relaxed.
This is my yearling filly, Trio. She's the start of my new breeding program. This is her 3rd show, and she's doing well so far. We won Reserve Junior Champion. What they're looking for is like smooth hocks in the back, a nice front end, kind of a long neck, so the neck has to be like the same length of the body and the end, and just if they look feminine or they look like a male. I'm actually really proud. Like usually at other shows she doesn't get this high, but at this show she got really high, so like this is her best show she's been to. I like how she's friendly and you get to play with her. Like some horses, they might be a little antsy in that and you can't really play with them, but she's perfect.
This is Missy, another one of my favorite participants in the show.
She's a purebred Charolais heifer. She came from one of my other 4-H cows, and her family's kind of been kind of showy and everything, so I felt pretty proud to bring her to town and everything and her to do as good as she did. She was placed Grand Champion Female of the 2012 Classic Heifer Show here at Colonial Days, and she was marked mainly on kind of her size, her frame and everything, and you could tell like she hasn't had a lot of feed, so you could tell most of it's genetics, her size and everything, her frame. I'm very proud of her, you know. At Achievement Day, she ended up being Grand Champion, so when I thought, hey, maybe I'll take her out to other shows, and I'm really proud of her for as well as she did. Actually, we didn't think we had much of a chance of going up against some of these other ones that are here, like all the other breeds, because we were kind of singled out, being the only Charolais here, so. But we were in shock once we were patted as the Grand Champion, so. For Missy, I'm thinking about, she's been bred early enough, so I'm thinking I'll bring her back next year as a cow-calf pair to the show, and I'll hopefully see how she does next year too.
We started showing when I was a teenager, I guess, with my father, and then when I moved to Lloydminster, we kind of started off on our own, me and my wife. So we've been in it probably about 10 years now ourselves, and it's fun. We have 3 young kids, and they really enjoy showing, so it's nice to just show for them too, and keeps all the young new people coming into the business, which is good. So Clydesdales are actually a Scottish breed originally. That's where they come from. They came over about 100 years ago, give or take. What the judges are looking for is good feet, good legs. It's very important to have good legs on a draft horse, because if they don't, they won't stay sound. They'll be lame a lot of their lives. And the more modern horses, they like them to be very athletic as well, pick up their feet, really show some presence, and fancy to look at when they're in harness. So I do like them the best, just preferentially. Maybe I'm biased, I don't know, but I find there's a lot more variety in the Clydesdale breed than compared to the Percherons or the Belgians, and I find it challenging to try and mate them up and make teams out of them and stuff. So I think they're just prettier too.
While participants are striving to meet the judges' high standards, organizers of the show also have a clear goal in mind.
To bring out what the breeds are doing and where they're going to in the future.
It's actually my first year here, so I like it so far. Like I like the prizes you win in that, and just the whole, like all the rides in that. It's like best.
I came here a couple years ago, but since then I've never really fancied up anything else to come here. But now I can see I actually really enjoyed it, so I'm thinking it might be more of them to come.
After the break, we go shopping at the Colonial Days trade show.